So hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Nat Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. So today quickly we are going to learn how to cut a senator top and a trouser. So if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. Alright, let's go. A shoulder measurement of 18, chest is 40. We have the sleeve length of 16, sleeve round of 13.5. The full length of this top is 34. So without wasting time, let us start. And the neck of the customer is 16. So when cutting, you divide your chest measurement into two and you fold your fabric using your chest measurement. And for this customer, his chest is 40. Alright, so when cutting, you divide your chest measurement by 4. Alright, then you use that to fold your fabric. For this customer, his chest measurement is 40, divide by 4, that will give you 10. So you say I folded this fabric by 13. Okay, I added 3 inches allowance for my side vent and seam allowance. So the chest measurement is 10. This is 10 here, but I'm folding by 13. The remaining 3 inches is for my side vent allowance and seam allowance. So the next thing for us to do now, this is our beginning point. So let's get the front block, then we'll use it together with the back block to cut the top. So how are we going to get the front block? From this our beginning point here that I marked this chalk, we're going to mark 4 inches here, and then we'll blend this 4 inches to this beginning point here. Blend it this way. Now, why do we blend the shoulders? We blend the shoulders because the human body, the shoulder of a human being is not flat, like it's not straight like this, it's slanty. It's slanty. So you bend so that it will fit the shoulders properly. Now the length, we'll get our length between these 2 points here. We'll take our length from the center, and our length we said is 34. So I'm going to cut this on 35 here. 35. Why am I using 35? Someone will be asking, where is my hemming allowance? I will show you my hemming allowance. Even though I left just one, I added just 1 inch there. I'm going to show you how the hemming allowance will come about. Okay, so let's get this front block first. So I'm going to cut our front block out. So now bring in the front piece. Okay, keep it here. Carefully make sure everything is aligned properly. Make sure everything is properly aligned. Shouldn't be any error anywhere. So once it's aligned, I'm now going to first of all cut from here like this. Slant the back piece same way we did the front piece. Okay, I'll stop there. I'll shift it up a little. Now this is the part where, guys, we need to pay close attention. All right, I'm going to shift this front piece down. Let me adjust something quickly, please. Okay, so I'm going to shift this front piece down here, leaving an allowance of 4 inches here. Leaving an allowance of 4 inches here. Can you see? 4 inches is left here. After I shifted the front piece down, let me still shift it down a bit, just a little, to be sure that this is 4 inches very well. All right. So now I'm going to fold this into the front. This 4 inch allowance here. I'm going to fold it into the front like this, or fold into the front like this. Let me press it first. Let me hold it together first. So I just brought it to overlap the front piece by ½ inch allowance. Okay, by ½ inch allowance. You see that? Keep it like here. All right. So the next thing, we're going to apply our measurements now. So this is where our measurement is starting. This is where the front is stopping. So we say that our shoulder is 18. When you're cutting, you divide our shoulder measurement by 2. Divide 18 by 2, you have 9. We'll add ½ inch seam allowance, that becomes 9.5. So we'll mark this point here. All right. So we'll come down here and still mark our what? 9.5, and then we'll join this point to this point. You see this? And the next thing we are going to do, guys, is to curve this arm. How are we going to curve our arm? When you are cutting your center native, you divide your shoulder measurement by 2, and that becomes the arm size. So our shoulder is 18 divided by 2, you have 9. So this is 9. So 9 becomes our arm size. But we're not going to use this now here complete. Why? If we use it complete, by the time we are done with this dress, this arm will be too big. So I'm going to use minus 1.5 inch from it, so that becomes 7.5. This is what we call our arm at 7.5. So at this 1.5, we'll take our chest measurement. Chest is 10. This is our 10. This is our 10. Chest is 10, right? This is our 10. This is 10, right? This is 10. So we are going to now measure 1 inch into this arm here at about 2 inches up. Alright, so we'll now curve our arm to touch this 1 inch and back to the shoulder. Hope this is very simple, guys, and we are following. And back to the shoulder. So simply we have curved our arm. As simple as that. Mind you, what we mark here is 10. We'll now add 1 inch allowance for what? The seam allowance, and that becomes 11. Alright, so from here we are going to mark 17 inches down here. Let's make it 20. Why am I making it 20? Is because this inner is for agbada and I want to carry side pocket, so that's why I'm marking at 20, else it's supposed to be at 17 or 16. Alright, so we have here 11. We'll still bring it here. Here we use 11.5. Give it a little shaping. Alright, so it's supposed to be 11. What should be small. So this is it. Alright, I'm going to shape it a little bit. Alright, see that? This one agbada. Alright, so I want it to flay down here small. If not, 11 here, I would also mark 11 here, but I added half inch to flay it out small. Rather, this I would have been. Hope it's clear. Alright, so don't be confused. What you mark here, you still mark it here the same. I added half inch because I want to flay the shape out small, just a little bit. Now, when it comes to the neck, how do you cut the neck? Very simple. How you get the depth of your neck? It is the neck measurement divided by 4. So if you divide 16 by 4, you will have 4. That gives your neck depth. Now for the wideness, you divide 16 by what? By 8. Alright, so that will be 2. So that's how you do it. For the depth, it is the neck divided by 4. For the wideness, it is the neck divided by 8. As simple as that. To get the wideness of your neck here, the depth and the wideness. So I want you to observe something. I will deepen this back a little, not much, just a little. See that? Then when it comes to the arm, I'm going to cut it this way, a little bit away from the chalk, but watch what I'm going to do. When it comes to the front piece, I'm going to deepen it in by what? Half inch. Just the front piece, guys, not together with the back piece, just the front piece. Don't mistakenly deepen both the front and the back together, that'll be wrong. Can you see this? See the back piece here, see the front piece here. Now I'm going to cut this together this way. See this? So guys, we are done cutting our top. As simple as ABCD. So guys, if you want to join my WhatsApp group, there's a link in the description below. Click that link to join my WhatsApp group. Alright, so that whenever I drop my videos, you'll be the first to notify. If you're interested in my suit class, also there is a class I'm doing on suit, so you can connect to me on WhatsApp. Just drop a comment for me in the comment section and let me know that you're interested in the suit class, and I'll add you up to the class. So for us to cut our yoke, this is the yoke, okay? This is the yoke. Show you how I'm going to cut our yoke. The yoke for the back piece. That's how I'm going to cut it. Let's get our yoke here. See this? This is just the back piece. Excuse me. So the You can see the depth of this yoke. Anything from here, once you get 5.5, 6 inches, okay, this is 6 inches, okay, from here. So you can see, if you mark this down piece here and you open it, you can see we have it up to 6 inches in depth. That's fine. You can go ahead and cut out our yoke from here. Okay, my head is blocking. Right, so this is our yoke. Now this yoke, you can choose to design it the way you want. You can choose to now curve it like this, or you can choose to make it like this, to like this, or you can choose to leave it straight, actually how you want it. All right, that's that on the yoke. So today quickly we're going to learn how to cut a trouser of waist size 32. The tie or the lap of the trouser is 25. The trouser length is 39. The knee is 70. The knee is 17 inches and the ankle is 14 inches. So quickly, let's also do this. My target is that we'll cut trouser for, if possible, all the sizes. All right. So that when you want to cut, you'll not be having a challenge of how to work on a particular size. So first of all, let us get a waistline here. We are going to identify all the horizontal lines. So the first horizontal line is the beginning point here. All right. So we'll get our trouser length from here. Trouser length is 39. So this is 39 plus 2 inches hemming allowance. Let us get 2.5. Right here. Okay. And then the knee point, that will be the half length. So this is 39 here. So the half length will give us our knee point. So this is the knee point here. All right. So we're going to mark this. So our knee point, let's check it as is at 19.5. So we'll mark this at two places where we can join and have straight lines. 19.5, half. We'll have 39, and we'll have 41.5, 2 inches from the allowance. So let's join the 2 points together so that we'll have straight lines. So having done this, we'll now get a straight line this side to mark the starting point for us, where we are going to start taking our measurements from. Okay, we'll just mark ½ inch from the beginning line here, so as to aid us to identify where to start taking our measurements. All right. So the next thing for us to do now is to get the waist measurement. We say the waist is 32. Divide 32 by 4, you have 8. So the waist measurement, I'm going to start taking a ½ inch into this mark here. ½ inch into this mark. So we say our waist 32 divided by 4. When you are cutting, divide waist measurement by 4. So divide 32 by 4, you are going to be having 8. We'll add ½ inch seam allowance. That becomes 8.5. All right. So we'll mark it here. Then we'll come down here by what? By 3/4 inch. And we'll join it to the end here. Why are we deepening this? It's so as to give it fitting in the front, okay? You deepen the front a little so as to give your trouser fitting, okay? The next thing for us to do now is to locate our crotch, and our crotch is simply the waist divided by what? By 4. So if you divide your waist by 4, you will have 8. I see. You have 8. So this is our 8 here, all right? So that marks our crotch length. There are times I add ½ inch to it. When I add a ½ inch, if you want it to be very, very fitted, you use the 8. But if you want it to be a bit loose, you can use 8.5. Let me just 8.5 so that it will be a bit loose. Use 8.5. Alright? So this our crotch line here becomes our tie or lap line, where we mark our crotch line there. Automatically becomes our tie line. Hope it's clear. When we go to our crotch length, it becomes our tie or lap line. So the next thing is to extend this mark here to this line. How are we going to do that? We'll measure from the beginning here to this mark here. We're having what? 9. So let's come here and still get the what? The 9. Get the 9. Alright? So we'll join these 2 points together. The next thing is for us to get our what? Our hip line. How do we get our hip line? We'll measure 2 inches above this tie line here. 2 inches above it. And that gives us our what? Our hip line. Alright? So on this hip line, you apply your hip measurement here. Now, if you didn't take the customer's hip measurement, don't worry. Just add 1 inch at this point. Add 1 inch. Just measure 1 inch here. Mark 1 inch. And that becomes your hip measurement. So you join it back to the waist. you see this? Very simple. But if you measure the customer's hip, you can divide it by 4 and still mark it here. The next thing for us to get our thigh, our lap measurement. When you are cutting, you divide your lap measurement into 2. So our lap measurement is 25. Divided by 2, that will be what? That will be 12 and a half. So this is 12 and a half here. Can you see that? The next is to join this point to this point. You can do that using your French curve, or your what? Your free hand. But I use my free hand so that those that don't have French curve won't feel it's not possible without French curve. So can you see? If I bring my French curve here, you see that it is actually what? Accurate. So the next thing for us to do now is what? Is to give our trouser fitting. How are we going to do that? We are going to get the center point between here and here. This is 12 and a half. We'll mark the center point. This is our center point here. Alright. Center point is at 6 and a quarter. So come here, still mark 6 and a quarter. Come down here and still mark what? 6 and a quarter. Alright. So we'll join these 2 points together. These 3 points, we'll join them together. So guys, at this point, if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on, so that when I drop my videos, you'll be notified. And in case you want to join my suit class, let me know in the comment section. I'll add you to my suit class. All right. And there's a link in the description below. Click that link if you want to join my WhatsApp group, so that we can connect more. All right. So next, we will now apply our measurement. We'll apply our knee measurement and our ankle measurement. Remember, our knee measurement is what? 17. When you are cutting, divide your knee measurement by 2. 17 by 2 will give you what? Will give you 8 and a half, right? 17 by 2 will give you 8 and a half. Okay, so you now mark 8 and a half here. So it means from here to here, that will be 4 and a quarter plus 4 and a quarter will give you 8 and a half, right? So from this line, you mark 4 and a quarter this side. From this line, you mark 4 and a quarter this side to get 8 and a half. So from here, let's do it this way. From here, this is my 4 and a quarter here, right? This way, this is still my 4 and a quarter. If you measure it together, you are having what? 8 and a half. You can see that. So coming here, that's our ankle. Our ankle is 14, right? Oh yeah. You also divide ankle into 2. To divide 14 to, you have what? 7. So you might have to mark your 7 here. So what do? You mark 3 and a half this side, 3 and a half this side, making 7. So this is our 3 and a half this way. See this? And this 3 and a half this way. Join it together, you have what? 7. The next thing for us to do now is to join these points together. Alright, so I use my ruler. So guys, like I said, there's a link in the description below. If you want to join my WhatsApp group, click that link and you connect to my WhatsApp, alright, so that we'll have more interaction. The next thing for us to do now is to do what? Watch, I'm going to use this French curve. I'm not keeping this way. I'm keeping it this way. Very important. Now I'll blend this line to this lap line here. You see that? This lap line here. Alright. You see this? Then I'll blend this line to this one here. Same way, I'm keeping my French curve like this, not like this. We need to know as well how to use this French curve. If not, you won't get good result with it either. So come it this way. See that? The next thing now is to join this point to this point here. This point here will stop at the hip line, not the thigh line again. Just watch. See that? Can you see our trouser perfectly shaped out, right? So I should touch it small. Alright, so I think we are good to go. So guys, if you are with me, make sure these points are curved. It's not sharp, okay? Same thing here. These places, these edges should not be sharp, they should be blended. Shouldn't be sharp, alright? So if you are with me guys, I think we have come to the end of the front piece. I will kind of try to flay this down a little, not much, just a little, so that when I'm drawing the trouser, I won't have short it there. So let's go ahead and cut this out, so as to quickly work on the back piece. So cut like this. So we'll bring our front piece here. Let's see this. And we keep our front piece here. Is our front piece. Now watch, I'm going to show you the difference between the front and the back piece now, how you cut it, right? When you come to the front piece here, simply you will come here and above the trouser here you mark 2.5 inches above, and by the side here, the width, you mark 2 inches cross like this. Then you join this point to this point. Why are we extending the back piece? We are trying to create allowance for the bum bum, for the back, for the buttocks, right? Trying to create allowance for the back side, right? So you see that. So watch carefully what I'm going to do next. I'll now shift one of these front pieces. You see I left an allowance here of about 3 inches or more. Can you see this? 3 inches. So I'm going to shift this front piece here to come this way, alright? Maybe an allowance of 2.25 inches down here, and here 2 3/4 is fine, or 3. If you keep here 2.5, keep here 3. If you keep here 2.25, keep here 2 3/4. Alright? Those are just the differences. Mind you, this is where the other piece is so that you see it clearly, because it's looking blended now. This is where the other piece is stopping, okay? That is it. So I'm going to show us something when I'm cutting this shoulder here. Pay attention here. When I get there, I will explain something. Now I'll start cutting this way. Now at this point here, I thought I'll explain something. At this point here, when I'm cutting the back curve, alright, I won't take it as deep as the front curve. I'll take it out by at least a 1/2 inch allowance. Can you see this? And I'll curve it to join this here. Can you see? The curve is not as deep as the front curve. Just watch, I'm going to do it now. Hope you enjoy watching the video. If you have, hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. Help it grow and go viral. Alright, thank you so much guys. Thanks for watching. Welcome to Nat Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the whole wide world. Thank you guys.